Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new weekly painting or weekly hobby, and this time I'm going to share something that is quite how to make bases, quite basic bases, and in that case we can use this. I will show you how to use the sterile mood, so the new texture paints from Games Workshop. Okay, and there are two ways to use it, and I think the best way I find to use that is to use a tool like that. You apply this a little bit, okay, and then you use the tool to put it. This is too much. Okay, so you remove the excess, and you just apply this. So you don't need to put too much, and you just with the tool you help yourself to put it. I prefer to use this than to using the brush, because in that way it's much irregular. You see, we have like parts that will look like small stones, and I like to apply this with this tool. It's quite precise, and on top it's very easy to clean later on. So as you can see, these are square bases. I'm making a new. I'm increasing again my Bretonian army. I know Bretonians are not anymore in Age of Sigmar, so I have to say maybe I'm increasing the Kingdom of Aquitaine army. Okay, you see it's quite straightforward. So we apply this, and yeah, that's okay. So we have the base done, and with that we wait until this dry before doing the next step. If you go a little bit on top of the food, we'll look at this more moody, and I don't think it's a problem. Okay, but doing with this tool, you make it more irregular and more organic. This is my feeling, and this is why I like to use this tool. So I will do more bases like that. So now we wait until this dry, and I come back once this has dried. So once this is applied and dry, I recommend to take a little bit of, you can use Rhino's hide or any dark brown, and just add a little bit where you see that the previous color is still showing. If you use, because here I use white primer, okay, if you have used black primer, you can skip this step. But in my case, you want to be sure you're covering well, that you don't have visible the white you have, especially below the feet. And here you see I put this piece of bark to simulate a rock. Okay, so you want to really to cover all this to avoid that there is any white spot, especially as I said, if you have used white primer. If you use black primer, you can skip this step. So I do that, and I come back once this is done. So once the previous layers have dried, the next step we are going to do dry brush with XV88. You also can use more Frank Brown, for example, or you can use even Baneblade brown. So there are several options. In that case I will go for XV88, okay, to match what I have done on the rest of my army. So we are going to do dry brush. As you can see that in some of them I put the stones, so you do the stones before doing this part. So I'm going to apply XV88, very soft. Okay, and this will show all the texture of the texture paint. Okay, so you can see it's quite a straightforward step. And then if you put the stones and you paint like the stones, I did not explain again because I explained in previous tutorials. So I will, if you are interested how to do the stones, please ask in the comments below. I will show you the tutorial where I do the stones. But this how have to look like after the dry brush. So here you have one with dry brush and another one without dry brush. So I will do the same on all the bases, and I'm back once it is done. Next I'm going to do a second layer of dry brush with tau light aqua. Okay. You can see I'm using really a very bad brush to do that. So here we have, and this we wanted to do it even softer than before. Just very little, to add a little bit more of tone variation, but not to be too evident, okay? So here you see the difference a little bit between one and the other. It's have not to be a super change, but it gives a little bit of more depth to the work that we try to do. Okay, and after doing that, the next step is to paint the miniature. Okay, so this is, I will paint the miniature and I will show you one of these miniatures, and I will show you what is the last step, that is to put some turf and make it look more integrated, because you want this to look integrated to something realistic. Yeah, you can leave it like that if you want, you don't need turf, but I always consider that adding some turf will add a little bit more variation. You can see this step is quite fast. You only want to do some very soft touches, and you don't need to be even in all of them. The variation will make look more organic. So now we will paint one of these miniatures, and I come back to show you the last step. So once the miniature is painted and the base was decorated as we did before, the next step we are going to do is we are going to put some turf, and I will use this type of turf. In that case I will use one from Citadel. They are from many companies, you can find this, and I really like this more than the standard one, or the one that is in bulk. So this is like, you have different sizes, so you just choose one size, you remove it from here, and in that case I have to say that, yeah, sometimes it's a little bit harder to remove it, but you just take it out of this film, okay? And normally should be enough. It should be autoadhesive. If you don't, I have to say that once from, I normally what I do is I use a tool to help myself to really push down and be sure that they have a good contact. You can put just one turf. For example, this one we are going to put one turf here. This one we can put a smaller one. Okay. For example, like this one, we put it there. Okay, and we can put a bigger one. Okay, just there. With a tool, I push it down. It's important that you really press it down to ensure that you have a good adhesion, because you have the texture that we did before. And here it is. So this is how to do bases, but this is not the end. I always have to say that you always have to do this final part, and this is the most important part. A lot of people don't think about that, but as you can see, now the rim of the base is looking quite dirty. So and you can use any brush for that. Take a dark brown, black, or any color, preferably black is working better, and just paint the rim of the base. This is for me the last step when painting miniatures. Okay, painting the rim, and you want to have here, it's just a nice and clean base coat to have a nice finishing. This is framing the miniature. You have to see that as the frame of the miniature. Okay, paint the rim, and here you will see the difference between the rim painted. The painting of the quality of the miniature is the same, but it looks completely different once the rim is painted and or is not painted. So here you have easy tips to make nice looking bases without too much effort, without too much work. And this works very well when you need to do big armies. So yeah, standard, easy and fast bases. That's all for now. As usual, thanks a lot for watching and see you again later. Bye.